I'm just being honest. 4 words, and somehow you're the one who ends up apologizing. That's not an accident. That's a manipulation tactic, and once you see it, you'll spot it everywhere, in your relationship, at work, in your family group chat. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it is, where it's hiding in your own life, and the one sentence that shuts it down cold every time. If you've heard this phrase recently, hit like. Let's get into it. Psychologists have a name for this pattern: DARVO. Deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. Here's how it runs. Someone does something that hurts you. You bring it up. Instead of addressing it, they deny it happened, attack you for even mentioning it, usually by calling you too sensitive or dramatic, and then, somehow, by the end of the conversation, they've become the victim and you've become the aggressor. I'm just being honest is the attack and reverse step in one sentence. It frames their cruelty as integrity and your hurt as the actual problem. Here's the part that stings. This tactic doesn't work because you're weak. It works because you value honesty. You've been taught your whole life that honesty is a virtue, so when someone wraps cruelty in the language of honesty, your brain has trouble rejecting it. Rejecting the honesty part would feel like rejecting a value you actually hold. They're not lying to you. They're hijacking something true and aiming it at you. When there's a much older name for this move, one that explains why it feels impossible to argue back. One way to see it comes from Nietzsche, master morality versus slave morality. The idea that the powerful get to define what counts as good on their own terms, while everyone else is left reacting to a definition they never agreed to. That's one lens on what's happening when someone says, "I'm just being honest," right after hurting you. They're claiming the moral high ground, defining their honesty as good and your reaction to it as bad before you've even had a chance to respond. You're not just being criticized, you're being told the rules of the conversation after the conversation already happened. If you've been on the receiving end of this and you're only just now realizing it had a name, you're not alone and you're not overreacting. All right, back into it. So here's how you tell real honesty from weaponized honesty. Real honesty is offered because it helps you. It's usually invited, gentle in delivery, and the person stays in the room for the discomfort it causes. Weaponized honesty is uninvited, timed to win an argument, and dropped without any responsibility for the damage. Ask yourself, did this honesty make things better for me, or just easier for them? Remember that one sentence I promised? Here it is, and once you hear it, you'll never not have a comeback again. Being honest doesn't mean you get to skip being kind. That sentence does 2 things. It accepts that honesty matters, so you're not arguing against your own values, and it puts the responsibility for the cruelty back where it belongs. Honesty was never supposed to be a weapon. The moment someone uses it to make you feel small, it stops being honesty and starts being something else entirely. Before you go, has someone used this phrase on you recently? Tell me the situation in the comments, no names needed. I read every one, and they decide what I cover next.